just like this?
They're like,
I mean, if your team comp is right now, we don't even have to buddy
wait.
up. It's one stack, everyone kills one dog.
Oh wow.
Yeah, well, it's also Oppressive Darkness is one of the
Yeah.
seasonal mods. So throw a Void Nade down and go to town.
Yeah, I mean, two Void Warlocks, Oppressive Darkness. You send your two Void Locks to the back, and both of those dogs die to an Oppressive Darkness. Words Nova Bomb combo. And then if someone else needs help, the Warlocks have swords.
Jeez. See, the nice thing about the rest of Leviathan, it's not DPS based per se.
The Gauntlet
Jealous.
certainly isn't.
Yeah, Gauntlet and Bathhouses, you can't just brute force your way through. You kind of need the
So-
mechanics to a degree.
Yeah, bathhouses, you do need to do the mechanics for one run, but you can certainly...
No, you can burst those down in one go.
Yeah, you get through the one run, and the crystals are gone in no time. There's no question about needing the second phase.
Yeah.
Live.
We live. Hi.
Hello.
This is us
Hi, Twitch.
complaining. This is us about complaining about power creep in different games. Don't mind us.
Yeah, I was enjoying it, so I was just gonna leave.
It's freaking Rada. Anyway. So, everyone good to
Hi,
go?
Kraken.
Last we left off, you guys set off from the. What do you want?
This is part of the disappearing he was talking about earlier.
No, not at all.
No,
Hi, Callie.
we'll explain on a break.
Yeah. Probably fill you in after stream, actually.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
a joke, 'cause I know he's not gonna his cat.
Okay. But last we left off, you guys set off from Salt Marsh, getting a lead on a salvage operation that you guys would be paid quite handsomely for. Using your available resources and your eyes to look around and see it, you managed to find the Emperor of the Waves floating among the sea. You get on board to discover the boat is crawling with spiders.
Hate it.
And there's also apparently a half-orc there who is a worshiper of Loth. You guys manage to fight your way through that, and as you get to the lower deck, the ship comes under siege to a eldritch monstrosity at the time. And you guys manage to, through some quick thinking, get the box that you all were requested to get all the way back to your ship. And as you're getting, as Ferrum's rowing your little rowboat back to your ship, you see the ship, the Emperor waves that you were on, get thrown from underwater and just scattered across the surface of the ocean like a stone. And this kraken, like being that seemed to be the one attacking it, kind of looks towards you guys, and you watch this purple visage turn to a more brass. And that is where we left off. So,
It's time to get out of here.
Thought we were already gone.
Yeah, we're in the
yeah, you
yeah,
guys
we're in the
are
rowboat.
You're in the rowboat, getting
Right.
back to your boat.
And we
with
just
Ferrum
watched the
rowing.
Kraken rise
Go
out of the
faster.
water,
I mean, it's time to get on the boat.
do a
and
weird
leave.
thing, and chuck the boat.
Yep, it just chucked a boat that was larger than yours like it was nothing.
Yeah.
So you guys get Ferrum rowing. You guys help in there to get it rowing just that much faster. Get to the side of the boat. It's pulled over, and the crew is just chaos of sails and rigging and anchor pulling. And Quinn comes over. Oh, welcome aboard. Hopefully you got what we're here for. I had the crew go ahead and get us ready to leave.
Perfect. Let's go.
Yes, let's go.
All right. We're going now. And you guys get your boat going underway. Keeping an eye on this creature construct. You're not sure what, but it kind of follows you for just a bit, and then you see it just disappear below the water.
I hate it.
And it goes below the water, and it gets deep enough, and you just don't see it.
I don't trust
Okay.
it.
I don't care. If it comes back, there's not shit we can do against it, and if it doesn't come back, great, we can go get our money. I'm gonna go to sleep.
I will also
Just,
do this as well.
As a reminder, Captain looks like shit because Captain's at 1 HP.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I imagine right after you say you fall asleep, you just fall down.
Yeah. You guys have not had a rest yet, so...
I'll make it into my quarters, may or may not make it into the bed proper. Once adrenaline goes away from Kraken chasing us, that's probably about it.
I forgot to roll hit points.
Well, you have a chance to do that. Point of time, it's probably about 3 in the afternoon, give or take, given the timing of the rest of the events of the day. So...
I'm probably one of the healthier leftover party members, so I will stand, watch, steer, do something boat related.
Same.
Grandmama, come to bed. They can do that. There is enough crew. They can do that just fine.
Do not trust this elder sea dragon octopus.
The last time we were all asleep, the boat was overtaken by fishmen.
And we got plenty of XP. Whatever XP is. We got plenty of stuff. We are fine.
I'll go back to bed.
Exactly. You hid behind door half damn time. Nearly hit me in face with damn door. Good lord, I sound like grandmama. I need to go to bed. I just go back to bed.
Alright. So you guys, is there anything in particular you want to do with the remainder of the day, Jills, or do you just want to...
Nope, I'm just like obsessively watching the water until bedtime.
Yeah, you spend the rest of the day just kind of looking over the boat, don't see much of anything. And night comes, you guys get your full rest in. Awaken in the morning feeling refreshed and I don't want to say invigorated, but definitely aware of your surroundings given the previous day. And yeah, the crew seems to be in a bit of chaos at the moment. Still, some riding high, some telling stories. Ferrum trying to traumatize Brian with more horror stories of what's in the water.
Squid cows.
Have we introduced Brian to spiders yet?
Spider cows.
Um,
Well, I thought Grandma was supposed to be the good one.
We took big beating. We're very grouchy now.
once you guys all actually awaken, Quinn does in the next morning kind of meet up with you all. Well, that was memorable.
In the
Did you all-
Half-Orc tribe, we toughen up those we love.
Did
Oh, they don't beat up on you. They don't like you.
you all got what we went there for, right? Because I don't think we're gonna go back.
Aye.
I pull out the
Yes.
bag of holding and take out the. Was it a full safe or is it just a box?
It's like a 3 foot by 1.5 foot metal box that weighs like 500 pounds.
Okay, so it's like a safe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like you reach to the bag of holding to pull it out, and it just barely breaks the line of the bag of holding.
I just
Make me
like.
a strength. Actually, make me a strength check.
Oh god.
Well, I'm not gonna pull it out. I'm gonna lift the bag up.
Okay.
Gonna
But
turn
I'll
it all upside
give
down.
you your strength roll.
Yeah.
Is there even anything else in it? We had to
8.
check out the books, didn't we?
I had to take some stuff out.
Yeah. So you get the bag, or you kind of get the bag of holding set up, and you kind of actually have to kind of reach in for a second and like get the bag started coming out, and then it just thuds into the deck and just kind of cracks one of the boards on the deck.
God damn it, Raiba. It just
I didn't
fixed
do
that.
it.
The box definitely didn't do it.
You definitely think I didn't do it.
God damn it. Brian, why you do this?
Wow.
What is wrong with you?
you see him kind of run up from below deck. What's up? I have my name.
That
Why
was
you-
there when we got here.
Why you break the deck? We leave you alone for one whole night and you break deck.
What? I just what?
Shake my head and go.
What is happening on this boat today?
I just fix this and get all the dead bodies out and get the nasty fishy things and then we get all
It
the
is
spider
okay,
things.
Brian. It is friendly hazing.
Rada, 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 rada.
Is that not an oxymoron and contradictory as a statement?
You're an oxymoron. Oxycontin. Da, 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 da.
Did you say Oxycontin?
Yes, I did.
Alright.
I tried to calm Sal down in Dwarvish.
But yeah, the box is now sitting not level on the deck because it's partially stuck in it, but I mean it's on the deck. And it is a pristine blue metal box with a circular piece in the middle of the one side with a very artistically stylized A in that circle.
And I pick it up and put it in our the hiding spot in my room.
You can. I
Okay.
do still need a strength check from you to attempt to move it. Not that it's going to be an issue for you.
24.
Yeah, like not that it's going to be an issue, but your movement speed is still reduced by 10 feet whenever you're carrying the box.
Okay.
But it is easy enough, given.
So my new walking speed at my new level is 40. So now it's 30.
So yeah, you do get the box kind of situated and back in there and kind of hide it away. And despite the fact it's been on a boat that was in the God knows where for 15 years, it's pristine. So Quinn kind of looks over. Well, I'm glad we got that. Hopefully we don't see the rest of the contents of that ship for, well, as long as this boat remains afloat.
No, I don't think we will, because the Kraken fucking threw it across the ocean.
I was more referring to the Kraken as part of the contents of the ship, but yes.
I
Way
don't
too
think he
many
fit.
eight-limbed creatures.
That is fair. Okay. Hopefully we don't see that
Are-
again.
Are you familiar with a deity by the name of Loth?
Let me check. What is her religion? Okay. Religion's intelligence, right?
Correct.
Yeah, most knowledge checks are.
I am not actually. I vaguely
Good.
name sound vaguely familiar, but
Yeah, you don't want any of it, let me tell you. It's spiders. It's a spider
Ah.
god. That's what the boat was full of. Yep,
I
lots
see.
of them, big ones, small ones,
That would
invisible ones.
explain.
Some
That would
as big as your
explain
head.
that would explain the white and blue spider I saw on the bow of the ship before it got taken under.
Yep, that was the one that could also be invisible.
Well, you all certainly had a day on there, then it sounds.
Aye.
All right. Well, I guess the next order of question is where to from here? Because when the crew asked where we were going once I showed up,
Nope.
I just said away from here. Anywhere in
well,
particular you'd like to plot
that's
across
fair.
to next?
Where we are, is it, anywhere near where the, kobold's missing island was?
No. This would be okay. It's essentially the area the Kobold's Island would be kind of more northeast from Salt Marsh. You guys went northwest.
Okay. How
So,
about the sighting of my former crewmates?
let me think for a second with my map I have in my mind for this because have not found a
So
good map.
basically, because if the answer's no for that, my next question is just going to be the ghost, the skeleton sightings. So
Yeah.
I'm basically wondering if we are near the area where we've been told that anything else of interest is. If not, we're going back to Saltmarsh. If there's something else of interest, there will be a conversation with the crew as to whether or not they want to do that or just get the fuck back to Saltmarsh.
Thinking if you were to take a day and a half detour, you could go to where your former crewman was found or last seen. But
Okay.
it is not on the way to anywhere. It's closer than a lot of the other things, but it's not like in line with something you're like with Saltmarsh or another major city.
Alright. And as far as our supplies go, I feel like this was going to be a week-long trip to and back, and we got like 2 weeks worth of supplies.
That's
If
correct.
that's what I'm remembering.
Yeah, so
okay.
you would at this point you would be on about day 5, so you would have a week and a half and give or take of supplies.
Okay, and it would be another 3-ish days to Saltmarsh.
Yeah, so 3 days. The ship was spotted 4 days away from Saltmarsh, so you guys went to where it was last seen, found it relatively near that, in 4 days. You
Yeah.
now have gone a day in some direction to get away from where you were, and so it would either be anywhere between 3 and 5 days back to Saltmarsh. You'd have to actually sit down
Okay.
and chart where you currently are.
Yeah, then with that being the case, we probably just want to go back to Saltmarsh.
Okay.
Unless others have differing opinions. Do you think we can make it with the supplies we have to possibly investigate something else?
I do not have it.
All
I
right.
think, I think there may have been a more quarter mastery question while you were changing batteries there, Jills. Oh, batteries giving you issues? Hello?
Hello?
Got it.
Okay.
Okay.
There was a quick supply question in there of, do you think there's enough supplies for a detour, or do you want to head back to Saltmarsh?
We have perhaps 10 days of supplies? How much detour?
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm not sure. I don't know if I ever mentioned this, but the way I found myself indentured to young Anders there was the former crew decided they didn't want me leading no more,
Ah, a
and they
victim of
turned me in.
mutiny. All right.
Yeah. So I got word that one of the former crewmates was spotted in the area. However, as much as I am very interested in meeting his acquaintance again,
A little vengeance mission?
oh, I,
I do not know why, but I am stupid all of a sudden.
I'm still a little bit beat from the eight-legged freak show that we encountered on the other ship.
Ah,
And getting coin never goes amiss. Hell, if we get enough payment from this, we could even take that cannon that's been rolling around in the bilge and maybe attach it to the ship.
Would be nice to shoot something with big guns. We like munitions.
So I'm thinking we go ahead and take this giant metal box back to Saltmarsh, collect our just reward, and see what else we might do from there.
Agreed.
All right. So I guess let's figure out where the hell Saltmarsh is from here.
That's me, isn't it?
Yeah, go ahead and give me a... We never assigned a permanent stat to the Navigator's tools, did we?
No.
Do Wisdom. It seems to make... Wisdom or Intelligence. Because, I mean, there's an argument to be made for both.
Okay.
So...
It's not great. It's been worse though. 12.
Okay. So with a 12, you roughly figure out that there's one of two ways you're currently... There's one of two places you currently are.
Okay.
Both of which are still considered 3 days from Saltmarsh. So the question is, did you go more southeast or more northwest?
It doesn't that's the sort of thing that wouldn't be terribly difficult to have figured out from the sun.
Ah. Okay, that's fair. Hi. Can you tell I'm still trying to figure out what are good calls and what are stupid calls?
But maybe it's the kind of thing though that would cost a couple more hours to figure out because you kind of have to wait for the sun to do something. Unless it's just like early morning and it's like, oh yeah, there you go. That's east.
No, yeah, that would be fairly simple to figure out. Okay, so trying to think. Okay. Either way, with the 12, you know you're still 3 days from Salt Marsh. Exact routing's not 100%, but you know
Okay.
it's a couple days away, and you know approximately where it is.
Okay.
So, it's that general direction.
I the charts are a little bit confusing to me. I know we should be heading in this direction, but I'm not sure where exactly we are. We are maybe 2.5 days, 3 days from Saltmarsh, I think. But we should be going in that direction.
Can I like double check on that? Like, does it sound logical to me?
Yeah, do you have Navigator's Tools proficiency?
No, just water vehicles.
Alright. Go ahead and give me... yeah, give me either survival or just a general intelligence.
Okay. General intelligence it is. 19.
Yeah. You kind of just quickly look over, double check. Yeah, Salt Marsh, about 3 days, the direction they're saying. You're a little bit more, north than originally thought, but that's not enough to affect the time measurements all that much, so.
Okay.
Yeah. If you're looking for
Alright,
something else in particular, let me know.
No.
Okay.
Alright, let's go ahead and, chart our course that way. And, I guess I'll get at the top of the ship and, just kind of yell out to the crew. Alright everyone, we're heading home and we're about to be rich as fuck.
Okay. I was gonna have a charisma check in there, but you're with a crew of sailors. You don't need one when you word it like that.
Yep, and that's what a charisma of 8 kind of speech gets you.
So, yeah, the crew's just like, kind of looks up, still kind of frazzled and just kind of generally on guard about the previous day. And there's just kind of like a moment of relief for heading home and then a moment of excitement at Rich. So yeah.
I'd like to give my 10-minute speech. Money. That's it. There's money
Okay.
on the 9-minute, 59-second pause.
I had a patient last night who, like, I think legitimately was kind of in the midst of a psychotic break. So I just had to sit there and try to talk to her, and she's like grabbing at things that aren't there and lemons, lemons, lemons. I love you, baby. Lemons. And so
I'll have what they're having.
your
Dementia,
10-minute speech of money. I was just imagining you chanting money like the lemons lady was
Money,
chanting lemon.
money,
I love you, baby. Money.
money.
All right. But yeah, you set a chart for Salt Marsh, and the first day of returning home is uneventful. So, I will say, about right as the officers are starting to call it a night, Tyrion, you actually have a slight knock at your door.
I see if Pims can sniff out who it is through the door without me opening the damn thing.
Okay, give me a perception check for him.
Ed
Roll for smell.
has advantage on perception. Hey.
Oh, does it actually have percentage?
Keen senses.
Keen
Super dragons,
senses.
Oh,
wisdom checks,
okay.
perceptions that rely on sight, hearing, or smell.
Yeah, then go ahead and give me your perception check with him.
18.
All right. He spends some time around the crew. You know, pseudo dragon, Faye likes to get into mischief. It's Brian.
What is it, Brian? Brian,
Why?
what do you want,
Um,
boy?
Well, I had a question quickly. Do we have to yell through the door?
I have Pims just kind of like flap over there and like sit on the door real fast so that the door handle. So
He kind of steps in and he's just kind of nervous, like he's kind of just like he's trying to say something, but he's very tripping over his words. Well, I had a question, kind of quickly. While you all were on the ship with what sounds like a nightmare, I got talking with Porter about whatever I did during the fight with the fish people, and she said that whatever it wasn't like magic like hers, and you're the more approachable of the other officers with magic. So I was wondering if
Oof.
you would, be willing to let me just ask a question or two, figure out what it is, and how to, I don't know, not have it summon jellyfish that fart, I guess.
I would tell you though that farting jellyfish is pretty funny. If they had not been so serious on murdering us, they probably would have died from laughing. And also, if you had not been, literally spilling your guts, they probably would have died from laughing. It would have been funny. It would have been great. So a reminder to Hobble, he basically like swished his
He
sword
winked his-
and crazy magic happened and flumps just came out of everywhere, right?
He thrust his rapier into one of the Sahuagin's chests, and as like the blade made contact, there was just like a surge of magic that just kind of radiated from both him and his rapier, and then the flumps just kind of showed up nearby.
Got it.
Someone's a sorcerer.
Would I be able to figure out from that, like, maybe what type of magic he's using? Whether it's holy or, well, like, divine given, or is he like Ryba and talking to demented fish, or is he,
All right.
been spending too much time with the leaves or something? Having a Pocahontas.
This is going to be a very weird check, but bear with me. Give me an Arcana with your Wisdom modifier.
Okay.
That was the nod of approval from Jills. I'm here for it. It's very weird, but it's very applicable.
This is unorthodox. All right, where we going?
All I got was a 12.
All right. Well, with a 12, you are more familiar with definitely the divine side of casting in general. So typically, the people who are more willing to offer up a piece of themselves to a higher power in exchange for powers, so that way the person that is bestowed upon can go live vicarious or do the deeds that the being they request their powers from would see fit in the world. Typically speaking, that's not a process that people aren't aware of, so to speak.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Like, if you're a cleric, you know you're a cleric. If you're a paladin, you know you're a paladin. Judging by the way things are, he didn't know he could do this. So it's probably not whatever kind of... It's probably a different style of magic acquisition than from what you are familiar with.
Yeah, he basically came to fart and actually sharted himself. Yeah. So you're not exactly a very holy person.
Not exactly, family said it was a big pot, but they didn't really actually say much beyond it was a big pot, and it it was always kind of like there, but I was never like gravitated towards it.
You're not like praying
I'm-
to weird fish that live in bubbles. Is Sir Bubbles like cheating on you with
That's
Ripe
oddly
from Riba?
specific. I'm concerned with how specific that was.
He is the closest, probably not most good deity right now that is close to us. My deity is pretty good. Pretty normal type of deity guy, you know. Everyday bloke. A weird demented fish that hangs out with his patrons that can do all sorts of nefarious things is not. Some of them are very funny. Yes, I will agree. This is very funny, but some of them are a little questioning. Yeah.
Alright. I did not ask any higher beings to be able to do what they did, if that's what you're asking. I think that's what you're asking. I don't actually 100% know.
Brian is no himbo for the devil. Got it.
Just randomly hear that in my head and think, yep, that's what I would say. I've been around the rabbit too long, I'm thinks. Well, it looks like maybe you have sleeping latent powers. Maybe you are your family has some magic in their background and skipped a generation and now you're it. Coming of how old are you, Brian? How old are you, Brian?
19?
Oh, is that old? I think that's near coming of age for humans, is that right? Don't know.
Typically, it depends on which coming of age you're referring to. There's technically 2 milestones for some reason.
Are you at one?
Oh,
Near
it's
one?
not the car rental one.
I'm right between the two. One's 18, one's 21, you know.
Okay, so maybe you are late bloomer. There is nothing wrong with being late bloomer.
Okay, but no one in my family has magic.
That you know of. Well,
You just kind of see him process that comment for a second, like they wouldn't keep things from me, would they?
family keeps all sorts of things from people. Maybe sometimes it is good for you, like the reason why we don't raise dead things. Maybe they keep it from you for a reason. Maybe they did not realize it. Maybe again, it skipped generation. Maybe they're just bastards. I don't know your parents. Don't know any of your family except for you. They may just be shitty people. I don't know. What these things.
You can see him start to say something and retract the statement immediately, like, nope, don't say that. Don't say that. Well, alright.
I could see if maybe I doubt it because I don't think this is in his wheelhouse. But maybe I can ask the Great Dragon and maybe he tell me something. If maybe you just had the fart, it was a one-off, or maybe it's your sword. Where'd you get your sword?
Your grandmother.
Valid point.
She gave it to me right before I got on the boat. That was the second time I've used it in actual fighting. First time was actually sparring against you.
And you definitely didn't show anything there.
You don't have to be like that.
Wow.
It is sign of love. Trust me on this. I know these things. My grandmama has proven them several times to me. I get just this face. I've seen things. Okay, I will ask grandmama where that sword came from just to double check. I think I know where it came from. Was that one of the swords that came off this damn boat?
It's one of the swords that came off some random guy you killed.
Okay.
I don't remember exactly which one. I've lost track. I've killed a lot of people at this point.
I will ask grandmama, but first I will ask the Great Earth Dragon because again I say a good guy.
Well,
He watches after everyone, even those that do not believe in him. He watches them. Again, good guy. But you know, if you wake up with weird dreams and weird spots in bed, don't worry. It's probably a normal thing. It's fine.
Okay. On that note, I'm going to go to bed. Thank you for taking a moment. And he just kind of very awkwardly just walks out of the room.
I feel like he just backs out of the room like, I can't turn my back on these people.
Yeah, it's kind of like he turns his back, but you kind of see him fighting the urge to just kind of watch over his shoulder as he's walking. So.
Before I go to bed, I need to do some praying anyways to switch around some scales? Nope. Switch around some spells, and also I will take the time to see if I cannot walk to the Great Purple Earth.
Okay. You do anything special to go out of way, or you just kind of speak off in prayer in the hopes of a response? Because if memory serves, Commune is actually a 3rd level spell, isn't it? So, I mean, I don't think you've had a chance to actually get the material components for it. Oh, it's 5th level. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Why is that 5th? It consumes the components, I believe. Okay.
Yep, that
Wait,
is.
what am I thinking of that's 3rd level? I don't know. But yeah, so I'll look into that later. So yeah. You go off in prayer, take your spell slots, rearranging. No actual response on your questions tonight, though. So, but yeah. Unless anyone else has anything eventful they'd like to do, just proceed to the next day. The next day of boat travel. This is the 2nd day actually trying to get back to Saltmarsh. So,
In the morning while we're making breakfast, having breakfast, whatever breakfast, I want to ask Grandmama if she remembers where she got that sword and if she about it.
Do I remember where I got the sword?
make a history check. Because don't you have like an entire platoon's worth of weaponry on you?
Yeah.
So.
6?
Somewhere. Probably
I
off
do
a
not
guy.
know.
Probably off a guy you killed.
You expect me to remember which dead man's sword is which?
I don't know. Sometimes you remember weird things. Sometimes I remember weird things. I don't know. We might have gotten it from an interesting person.
This is point. Alright.
Because Brian is worried. I'm assuming he's worried he'll do something. Summon something that next time actually tries to eat one of us, or actually eats the captain, or burns a hole in the boat, or something. Instead of just farting air jellyfish. Raiba, have you been doing something weird to Brian?
There's nothing special about sword. Is just sword. Is good steel.
You ask me and I go, no, nothing. Other than the normal stuff. Is Brian around?
He is not yet, no.
Okay, then yeah, that's what I say. Other than the normal shit.
Okay, I don't think magical cows have given him magical abilities other than magic of fear of all cows. Unless something else is happening, is it possible to use detect magic on him and Blian. On Blian and the sword.
Yeah. And
if
unless, sorry, go ahead.
if I'm hearing the conversation about Brian and the flumps, can I make an Arcana check to see if I know what the hell happened?
Sure, yeah. Go ahead. And you could literally hear a frickin' barnacle clapping onto the bottom of the ship. So
Wow, that was
My
really good, Steak.
echolocation tells me that we are on the right way. I got a 17 on the Arcana.
Intimidate the barnacle.
there's
Shovel
not
you.
Got this boat.
So with the 17, you kind of think about it. You know the typical sources of magic. Generally speaking, the two schools, divine, arcane. You're more of an arcane practitioner, though. More akin to a wizard, I believe, right? So,
Yeah.
So you're a little bit more familiar with that particular side of magic. And again, typically speaking, most people don't just end up with magic, except for sorcerers and people and sorcerers and warlocks that end up making a deal with a fae unintentionally.
Who's
Or
a good
intentionally.
fishy?
So, yeah. You don't know of any particular examples of a sorcerer summoning flumps, but you know, there.
So,
Sorry. Go ahead.
it's pretty rare for someone to have any kind of ability without either studying up on it or making a deal with a powerful being or someone like yourself who gets it from devout prayer. But it's not impossible, right? If there's nothing funny about the sword, it's probably something he was somehow born with or otherwise acquired. I'm not sure, other than dragon blood, I'm not sure how you just get that ability.
That's why
So
I
I'm
was
guessing his
asking him.
dad or his mom is a dragon fucker or something.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I asked him last night if he knew
No,
if
I'm not.
maybe there was something in family, and he's like, I don't think so. They would tell me all things, so I would know.
Right. Adultery is, very well spoken about in most parts, sure.
Actually, where is that boy? If I can borrow you, Grandmama, we'll see. Do some magic-y shit and see if we cannot figure this out. We'll find him and, as long as...
Sounds fun to watch.
I bring Grandmama along because I want her to hold on to the short? I want her to hold on to the shard while I detect magic.
He's actually currently up doing his best to readjust the rigging on one of the sails because the wind just changed, and you actually kind of go up and watch for a second, and he's actually learning. Like, it for a second looks like he knows what he's doing. The second time. I mean, he's been on a boat a couple of weeks at this point, though, so I mean, he's making progress.
Yeah, he's got a nice scar across his tummy now, too.
Yeah, and actually, you look at his arm where you ended up healing him, and there is actually like a lasting scar and like a scaled pattern there.
Yo.
So,
Ladies will love this. At least ladies in my family generally love this sort of
Wait a second. He's got scales on him?
No. Like, there's a pattern.
It's got scar scales.
From where his arm got healed up, because of the Earth Dragon's magic that healed it, it kind of has a lasting. The scale pattern was like regenerating the arm slowly, so like
Bullshit.
it kind
He's
of.
a werefish.
No.
No. This certainly completely explains the flumps and the dragon fucking. It's now manifesting.
Oh god. Try and not giggle about that while we ask Brian these questions.
But yeah,
I
Wisdom saving throw, not to giggle about dragon fucking while questioning Brian.
12 for me.
yeah.
Oh, that's the spell
uh,
magic. Please don't just magic. I'm gonna have Grandmama hold on to the sword and cast
so
detect magic.
yeah, so he kind of looks over once he's done readjusting the ring. He's like, "Oh, morning. I hopefully I didn't intrude last night, did I? It seemed like I caught you as you were going to bed."
I mean, that's not a big deal. You should see Grandmama when she's hyped up about something. She'll just burst in, dead asleep. Wake up! I got to show you a thing! Like, I've not slept in 3 days, and Grandmama will be 1 hour of sleep and energized for next 3 days. Expect the rest of us to keep up.
I am old. You are young. You must keep up. This is rules.
See? There you go.
Anyway, yeah. You didn't get an answer back about last night, did you?
I
By
did
any
not,
chance?
otherwise I would not be doing this. Grandmama does not remember over breakfast. After she has had coffee, she remembers all sorts of things. But yes, there is no memory, there is no speak from the Great Earth Dragon. And unless those scales on your arm are actually someone in your family has been doing fun times with dragons,
No, I think these are from where you made it so you didn't have to cut my arm off, which I am greatly appreciative of, by the way. If I didn't say that before.
do I detect anything on him?
You cast Detect Magic, and with Detect Magic, you can detect the school of magic of most things as well.
Yep. I understand I get like little sonar radar pings from like everybody, but is there anything from him specifically? That's why I had Grandma hold the sword, so that if it is the sword, I know hers already.
Him specifically, there is something. There's a lot of something. There's a lot of everything.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Not sword.
And it's just
It is you.
It's just kind of like a swirling mess of magical chaos inside of this kid.
I don't think all of them scales are from my healing. I think some of that is because Grandmama probably fucked that dragon. Congratulations! I hope the captain starts bust out laughing behind me.
I have multiple questions, but we'll address some of those questions.
Dragon fucker.
I'm sorry. Did you what? Start over. What did you just do? Let's start there.
So, first off, I have Grandmama hold sword. Because I know Grandmama's type of magic. It is angry old woman magic. The sword is maybe magic? So if Grandmama holds sword...
The sword is very not magic. The
Okay.
sword is a sword.
But now we know that sword is just sword. But if sword had been magic, I could tell it apart. So when I cast Detect Magic, you have all sorts of shit going on. You are like magic melting pot of stuff. And we were having discussion among us of generally this doesn't pop up unless there is some... I make some very lewd hand gestures. Of ancestors and dragons. So you okay, kid. You remember that thing about the in your bloodline kind of thing? Late blooming, birds and the bees,
Yes.
that kind of thing.
Okay, we don't need to have that conversation.
Well, just instead of birds and bees, just think it was birds and dragons. Maybe. Or maybe a bird and a fae. I don't know what kind of
I'm lost
freaks
again.
are in your family. That's fine. So there's something in your blood, and you are magic, and you're blooming. You're coming into magichood. Good job.
Okay.
Magical puberty! Congratulations, Brian! You're a magic man now.
Okay, hold on.
Grandmama just reaching up and patting him on the face.
Wait, so let me. Okay. Let's back things up just a hair.
Because we can't call him boy anymore.
Oh no!
Let's-
Oh, we
okay.
can't.
Let's just. Hold on. Let's take a moment. What?
You are no longer Bori. You are man. You are magical man.
Okay, but you correct me if I'm wrong here, as he kind of looks around to the people of the boat that have magic. You control it, right?
I mean, not at first. Sometimes it just came preemptively.
I just make zap when I am very angry. Is nothing special.
See, not really controlling. That's just.
I've learned a couple of tricks from books. That's about how mine works.
Okay. I didn't mean to do that. I didn't want to do that. I didn't know I could do that, which is why. How do you? Okay. What am I supposed to do then? How do you make it so I don't summon jellyfish skunk things?
It's called practice.
I don't know how to. And he just kind of motions his hands vaguely, like I don't know. How do you do this?
I could try gutting you again. That seemed to work last time.
Please don't.
Immersion therapy.
No.
Sudden
Okay.
cow.
If we have to find more cows, you are not allowed to put them on boat.
God.
Alright, so just logically speaking, okay, if you're not really in control of it, what's more likely to make such things happen is when you're under stress, or, life or death situations, like you had, and like what happened.
Okay.
So I don't know what to tell you, because like I said, I learned mine from reading books and studying the motions and committing them to memory, and that's how I can do some of the things that I can do, and I'll make like a spectral mage hand flick his ear.
Ow.
Like that. I don't know how, someone with the magic born into them might do any kind of practicing or learning. Because you're not going to pray to a god, you're not going to look at a book, you're not going to talk to some powerful entity and make a deal with them to do more shit. So,
Alright.
I guess maybe we just have to scare the shit out of you from time to time and see if little farting clouds come out. I don't know how to make this work for you, kid. Or man, now, apparently.
Okay.
Can I...
To the tune of Ocean Man, Magic Man.
Ocean Man. Can I
Magic Man.
have... Can I telepathically tell Pims to tell Ryba to just, like, suddenly summon, like a scary cow or something to scare the shit out of him?
10 steps ahead of you.
Okay.
I was actually just about to message Steak.
Thank God.
Alright.
I would
So
like
what-
to use Phantasma Force on Brian, though.
Alright. What does that save?
This poor guy.
Hey, this is just to see what his innate powers are. This is being helpful.
It's over 9,000!
It's a wisdom, or is it like a...
Spell save is now 15. I believe it is
intelligence save? He made a save.
Damn it!
Uh,
I have more spell slots.
you still got another
Do you
day,
go
don't
again?
we?
No.
Okay.
So what is his response to this cow?
He saved. He doesn't
he
see
made
the
his-
cow, does he?
He made a save, so he
Right,
doesn't
but-
see it.
Or did he see it but he knows it's fake?
I believe if they make the save, they just don't see it.
Okay.
On a failed save, you create it. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about it. They succeed.
Yeah, so...
No, I was gonna make it a spider cow.
Zombie
That
gorilla
would've-
spiders, obviously.
It's cow with spider legs.
Yeah, I've seen that and I hate it.
I hate it.
Uh,
All right, so
It's Mool.
he's just kind of looking around for a second, like, all right, I'm just gonna try something. You kind of see him ask for his rapier back,
I give it to him.
and he just kind of points off the edge of the boat and just does what he did before. So he just kind of thrusts his rapier off the side of the boat. Oh my god, he actually rolled it!
okay, I was like, did he like accidentally let go and it just go over the side of the boat? The way you made
No,
it sound
the
is like
way-
you just let.
The way his ability works, whenever he rolls a 20 or a 1, he gets it.
Oh boy!
It's random. So,
I mean, it's wild magic.
yeah. So, give me a
So-
moment here. I
So
actually
he's
have-
not an actual sorcerer. He just can only cast spells 10% of the time.
Well, you know.
It's like panic fisting.
No.
Wait,
What?
When a Titan gets mad and does the slam, panic
Fist of
fist.
panic. Okay,
Okay.
that's different than
Okay.
panic fisting.
I've always called it panic fisting.
So here's what happens. You guys watch as he grabs his rapier, kind of takes a stance, does like a textbook thrust off, like with his rapier,
Thrust
and
off.
disappears.
Sorry, what? I was distracted by
What
thrust off.
happened?
He thrusts off the side of the boat as if to not hit anybody, and disappears.
Ryba, I said to make scary cow, not make him disappear.
I did not do this.
Do I believe Ryba that he didn't do it?
Obviously, you don't.
What's my insight modifier? +4, so 8.
I would use deception, but I'm actually telling the truth.
Yeah, I know. I just don't know if I believe you. That's all.
Yeah.
Persuasion. 10.
That's a really low roll for a charisma class.
Yeah,
I mean, I rolled a 4.
I have a +6 on deception.
Word.
Anyway, so you guys just kind of look around for a second. About 6 seconds later, he reappears where he was standing, screaming.
Oh,
I
thank
start
God.
screaming too.
Why is there a spider wherever I was?
I don't
Oh.
know.
Oh no!
That's not good.
You went to the ethereal plane.
Oh, fuck, that
that's where our
spider's still
friend's
here.
pet was.
So wait, is the spider just follow us around in an ethereal
It was
plane? How
just-
does this work?
Was there
Ah,
was there anything else there aside from a giant spider?
I don't know. I didn't take the time to look.
That's fair.
As the ship posted, I want to make sure he did not just pee himself onto my deck.
If you really want to know, make a perception check.
Better roll well, you damn dice.
Do I smell anything off with my echolocation?
11.
I cast
Um,
detect piss.
Tyrion, you're not sure. Merrick, yeah,
He might have piddled a little.
maybe a little.
Maybe a little. Okay, so
You know,
yeah. And he
you
just
seem to
kind
be
of
going through many different phases of aging all at once. You've hit the later ones now.
Or earlier ones.
all right. I don't know what this is, but I don't like it.
so that was. So you're doing just random magic every time you do a thrust?
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
It looks like random magic, because, you know, last time it was farting jellyfish, now it is disappearing to Spiderlands. You should
Well,
try
I
it
mean,
again, see if
last-
you get something nice this
Last
time.
time it happened right after I got a very. I was very proud of my form on the particular thrust that's ended up getting it last time. This one looked good. I could have done way better. I could have readjusted the grip. I could have and just.
Woo woo indeed.
Anyway. It's just
Oh whoa.
I don't know. I'm gonna go lay down for a second though. And he just starts to walk off.
Change your pants.
And he walks below deck.
I hate it, Cube. Whichever one of you, I hate it.
No! No!
Thanks. We all hate it.
You know how long it took to find an image of what I was imagining?
That's utterly
Not
scary.
long enough because you found one.
Well, this is what Cube decided to post.
Oh, you had to share with the stream, eh?
Yes, I had to because we would not suffer. I was not going to suffer alone in this.
Oh.
I have to show it to the peoples of the stream world.
But yeah, so
Spider Cowman.
Brian makes his way below deck, and yeah.
Now Cube
Changes his
remembers the
colors.
host.
Good job.
Mhm.
You're
I
welcome.
have Spider Cowtu's host.
Oh yeah.
Cow. Darwin, tell me how. Good.
Is there anything else you'd like to do on day 2 of the 3-day trip back to Saltmarsh?
No!
I just had an idea, like off stream, had an idea of using that giant dragon mech to maybe make a. I would definitely have to ask you more about this steak, but like a weird magic cannon. I have to ask.
Yeah, get to me later on that.
But yeah, it would just be me dicking around on the deck, just weird blue sketches, but nothing like special.
Okay. Yeah. So, besides the events of Brian, second day is uneventful. Third day, equally as uneventful. So, unless you all have any business to take care of before you all pull in the docks,
I still have my nerd book, right?
you do. You
Okay,
ended up
I'm gonna
giving up
start reading it.
this. Okay. Give me an Arcana check when you get back.
Yeah, crit.
All right. So you've had this book. You've had this book since like session 3, 2.
Yes.
You've had this book since we started, and it
Uh-huh.
is the entire time you have just been confused and baffled, and none of it has made sense.
And then I turned the book upside down.
And then you're just reading it there one day, and it just clicks. So let me double check what that book actually gives you now that you've actually made the DC.
Having witnessed the majesty that is wild magic, it was the missing piece of the puzzle.
Of course, flumps.
Yes.
Something
Something about flumps in the ethereal plane makes this all make sense.
It's all the trauma from the spiders.
I do not remember which exactly page that book is on. Is it here? It is here. Okay. So you, upon getting the book, you learn that the whole book's deal is instructions on how to make a stone that can transmute materials from whatever they are to gold.
Oh, that's steak dead.
And after fighting with this book forever, you finally think you understand enough to make one.
Oh boy.
So, I will say you will need alchemist supplies
Okay.
and some actual time and miscellaneous other equipment. So you can't make it right now.
Mm-hmm.
But with the book in hand, you feel like you possess the knowledge to try and make one.
Okay. And I only have to sacrifice a small town. Got it.
Just a small one.
So that's what you. There you go. You finally beat the DC on your nerd book.
Yeah, I beat you, book.
You came real close one time though.
How much XP do I get from the book?
Well, 0 because of the book.
Oh, just like real life. Okay.
Wow.
Wow.
But yeah. Yeah, you guys pull in the docks, no problem. Start tying the ship off, get everything good to go. Crew kind of starts making sure the ship's not going to float away in the middle of the night. And you guys are, once again, back in your old stomping grounds. Kind of. Back in the stomping grounds
Let's do some stomping.
of Salt.
So, just in the interest of not having Elena have to carry this thing around all that much, I guess I'll make my way back to where we had met the captain. Or did he give a specific location where he would be? Where we could...
He told us to meet him somewhere.
Yeah, he said to meet him in the snapping line when you guys came in.
Oh, that's right. The snapping line. Okay. Well then, I guess let's make our way to, well, at least me and Elena, anyone else who wants to come along, make our way to the snapping line with the box. Try to get our loot.
I can just put it back in the bag of holding. It's probably the easiest way to move it.
Yeah, probably.
Also less conspicuous.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't need to be walking around Salt Marsh with a safe.
What's a completely trustworthy town that you could do that in?
Yeah.
Ooh. Steak. So if I got an well, I guess whatever's in this safe is what's important. But if I got a really heavy object, put it in the bag of holding, could I just drop it on people to kill them? Just turn it upside down?
I'm not answering that.
Okay, great.
Well,
Yeah,
you just got
so
a
you
new
guys,
idea.
you make your way to the snapping line, and you see him at a table eating lunch with his half-orc butler, and
So,
he's
so
eating it's like one of the more kind of the fancier meals, but at the same time, it's just like his general thing is it's good, but like he's used to like the high end food even after 15 years, and it's like this is just only okay, and too much lobster. But yeah, so
oh, hey there, Arbrick.
yes, you guys you all have returned. I do hope successful.
Oh, yeah, so, good news and bad news.
Bad news first.
Bad news first. Were you attached to any of the crew that were, formerly on the Emperor?
Well, given that it's been gone for 15 years, I assume they were all dead.
Well, they died horrifically. There was
That charisma, though.
somehow they got mixed up with a priest of Lolth, and I'm pretty sure he just fed them to spiders. It was real nasty on that boat.
Okay, I should have asked for the good news. Did you get the box?
Yes, we got the
Gong!
box.
Okay. Alright.
Does it
You
just
just-
crash through the table and break
Oh
his
yeah,
foot?
just 100% just turn the bag upside down and just
No. Shit.
Wait, do you do that or?
If he tries, I stop him.
Oh, we got that slow motion no going on.
Are you
my
actually,
first instinct would be just moving out of the way.
are you actually gonna try, Riva?
sure.
Alright, I need some contested rolls then.
All right.
What kind of roll do you want?
Yeah.
Riva, just give me a dexterity for actually doing it, and then Yelena. Actually, just give me an initiative contest for this.
Oh,
Okay.
See who can move quicker.
oh, that's a save anyway.
15.
15.
Well, then who has the higher dex?
Mine's 14.
Mine's also 14.
God dang it, guys.
Meat
Okay.
speaks. I don't know what that is though.
All right. Other two people, are you intervening in any way, shape, or form?
I'm getting the fuck out of the way.
I'm with the captain.
I
I'm
mean,
getting
there's
the
a
fuck
free
out the way.
space, I assume. There's space for it, I would make sure.
It's just that
I'm just gonna
unintentional
throw it
move
off.
of like, what the fuck?
Yeah, but if it's
I'm trying
over
to
a
keep
table, it's breaking the table.
Oh, not over a table. I just meant on the ground next to it.
Then I'm less concerned. But I'm still getting out of the way. Like, I know how heavy the thing is that.
I just see Ryba moving with this intent on his face. I'm moving.
To his place to give a man a treasure. That's my concern.
Yeah.
I could go back in the bag.
All right. You know what? You guys tied. Give me another one, just to take it one step farther.
10.
18.
Ah.
All right.
Just grab my hand, you just shake your head no.
Yeah. So you both kind of move in sync on the first second, and then Ryba goes to do it again.
Huh?
You just stop him in time. It's just like no.
It's in the bag. Probably shouldn't just drop it off here, Ryba. But we do have it.
All right. Well, and you just kind of see him look at his plate and be like, "Let's go take care of this first." And he kind of stands up and asks you all to follow him. I was I was being cautiously optimistic and actually have taken care of getting an escort out of town for it, so that way it hopefully doesn't end up in hands of people who aren't me. Anyway, and you kind of see him take him over to a cart that's inconspicuous with like 6 heavily armed guys around it.
That sounds very conspicuous.
Yeah. And he's just kind of like, all right, well, let me see it.
I remove it from the box since I'm the one who can lift it.
All right. Since you're not at your desk, I'm not gonna make you roll a strength check, but I'm just gonna say that you get it out because your strength is 18, and like.
I mean, someone else can roll it.
Actually, you know what? I have access to all y'all sheets.
It's +4.
Oh. Yeah, you're fine. You take it out of the box or bag, no problem, and you set it up on the cart, and he kind of takes a second, looks it over. Well, just as beautiful as the day I lost it. And he kind of looks over to the guy on the cart and nods, and it pulls out, and the guards kind of slowly funnel out, trying to be inconspicuous, but also heavily armed. So. And he kind of looks back. Well, I thank you for the actual success of the mission. Now becomes the fun discussion of your payments.
Right.
How would you like that?
An increase would be nice. There was
Well, see,
so many spiders.
there were very many spiders. Holy shit, were there so many spiders. I never want to see a fucking spider again in my life. That aside,
We nearly lost the captain as well.
yes, I nearly lost my life. It was very difficult to obtain this. There was also a kraken that threw the ship God knows where, God's nowhere. Lump sum payments are great, but you seem to have been a very successful merchant in the past. So if, along with whatever you were planning to pay us, you could also give us a stake in your business. Maybe, be a continued patron of our crew. That would be great.
This Hobble asking, I thought he was already going to do that.
No, he offered to pay you to get him his box.
Okay, I thought he was like, we'll give you 10% of the... I missed it. Got that mixed up with something else.
He's given you 10% of what's in the box is worth.
Oh, that's where I got mixed up.
So...
Okay.
Yeah. And Merrick, give me a persuasion check.
Can I help with this? I also
Let Ryba help.
Yeah.
fine.
Yes, because
I'm-
God,
Well, it doesn't matter who helps because it's just giving my shitty roll advantage.
I guess.
But yes, one of you can help.
Sure.
I want some more details on how you help, though. But
Mhm.
you can help.
I'm gonna help by exaggerating just how many spiders there were and how bad it was.
We
Which
have to
we
do
shouldn't
that.
need to do too much of because it was already pretty bad.
Make that room full of baby spiders just actually full, actually big spiders. Hate it.
All right. Well, then yeah, you do get your roll with advantage. So
Cool. That is going to be a 15.
15. All right. You see him kind of think on it for a moment.
Perfectly timed.
Well, I will pay you the 10% we agreed on before, and I will think on the possible business expense. Although you all have proven yourself, so I may come back in contact with you all. Should you be willing for some more, let's say, high risk opportunities, if you're willing?
High
If
risk,
you're
high
paying.
reward. Yep.
All right. Well, that still does come to the question of how would you like to be paid? Are you wanting just gold, assets,
Traveler's
equipment?
check.
What is your preference?
10s and 20s. No.
Electrum.
I will give you Electrum. Don't tempt me.
10,000 cows.
We never got an actual number on what
You
this
didn't
is.
get an
so-
actual number.
Okay, so
Oh, break.
if we
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
if
Sorry, I
we
don't.
if we were going to do gold, how
Mhm.
much gold would it be? Is it
Well,
going to be too much for Elena to carry?
I need to look up how much gold weighs. Hold on.
I just look at him, offended.
And I'm assuming it's offended us because he mentions that
No,
you
no, no.
might not be able to carry a lot.
No offense to you, you are an absolute beast, but this man was filthy rich before he lost this shit. 10% might be a fuck ton of gold.
I'm not the strongest grandmama, but I can have just about as much.
We did not discuss what was in box. It could be filled with ladies' undergarments, for all we know. We might have been played.
Not so much
It
that
might
you
be
couldn't.
filled with blackmail fuel. That's fine. It's worth a lot of money.
Not
This
so
man.
much that you couldn't carry, no, but and he kind of looks over towards Rybo. That one would have trouble.
Fuck you too.
No shit.
Alright. I summon the cow spider into his mind.
No!
Do you seriously?
No!
We never get
Okay.
paid. Ever.
All right, but
I haven't even had soups thinner than that one.
Who am I now, Brian?
No,
Gotta
you
see him
more
look-
robes.
Or land, Brian.
I do
Oh
like you.
no.
I like you. Anyway,
Can I hellish rebuke him for that?
No, you have.
Jesus Christ!
Well. All right. How about this? I guess given the transparency, a quick inspection of the box says everything should be in order. So you're looking at a payment of, and he does some quick math in his head, either 10,000 gold or equivalent equipment. So how would you like it?
Whew.
Everyone just kind of froze for a second.
That's a lot of gold. That is a lot of gold.
It is.
You know,
25.
And you know what? That was 10% of what was in that box.
that's amazing.
We should have just kept that box.
It's 2,000 each if we give a share to the
Now,
crew.
This will probably be. They don't deserve equal shares.
No, like 5 shares.
Yeah,
One
like
share for the
we
crew
get
and
2,000,
one
they
share
get
for
2,000. Yeah,
Okay, they
each of
get
us gets
2,000
2,000 and
collectively.
they get 2,000.
Maybe. I don't know. We can do the math on it later, but are we good with just straight gold? So I'm not sure what kind of equipment, and we could get our own equipment with the gold that we have.
I will
It-
say,
it's
for
invisible.
that price, you could buy a boat.
Yeah.
Have boat.
It could be
Thankfully
anything.
you
It could
have-
even be a boat.
You
Uh,
could
Like the
buy,
mystery gold.
how much
you could
is
buy
a
a better
platinum?
boat.
A platinum is
Platinum is 10 gold.
10 gold. It might be easier to get it in platinum, be lighter.
Oh, certainly. The higher denomination. Maybe like 9,000 gold of it in the platinum, and then the 1,000 gold to be more. Well, wait. If we were gonna have the crew get that share, then we could have the 2,000 gold liquid, so they can split it amongst themselves, and then the rest of it in the platinum for us to do with what we will.
Liquid
But,
gold
yes.
is very hot, though.
Oh, you're smart though. Don't be a dumbass.
Wait. I know this is
My
meta as
character
hell,
really isn't that smart.
but Ryba, you have a stone that can transmute things. Can we get this all in silver?
Time to
No.
break the economy.
He
I
has
don't
the-
have the stone. I know how to make it.
He has
We get the
knowledge.
100% because we just multiplied it by 10.
Great, we're counterfeiters now. Fuck.
Oh, save me.
This is what happens when a former smuggler's your captain.
I don't know that he knows that though. Like that hasn't been a thing that's been revealed to my character, so I can't make that recommendation. However, the player in me, this is how we do a crime syndicate. But anyway, yes, I believe
Club crime syndicate episode.
800 platinum and 2,000 gold. We'll take the currency and do what we will with that. And by all means, if you have other work for us, let us know.
All right. You will have to give me a day to actually get that into its gold form, as I have to go process what was in the box. But I will be good for it. I will return and tomorrow.
And we never saw him again.
Look,
Well,
I
then
know
that's our next mission.
I understand this is not a proper way to do business, but given the circumstance, this is the only way I can actually afford to do it. So I thank you. I
Before
promise you
go,
will see me again.
Before you go,
Yes?
I am man of cloth, scaly cloth, but still cloth. You would be willing to shake that you will return on to make a handshake oath to God. Willing to do that.
Yes, of course. I am sure I will return. It's just I have to actually go get the paperwork in that box processed back into liquidized funds.
Okay, then you would not mind shaking a holy man's hand that has
course
been blessed
not.
by God, and I pull off my gauntlets and pull up the sleeve so that my scaly, fleshy rock hand things, the blessing I got shows up,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
hold it out, and we.
Yeah, and he shakes with no hesitation whatsoever.
I like him.
So yes. I'm assuming you all will be in port tomorrow. Still, should be tomorrow morning. I have a friend. I think still I can rush the paperwork.
Definitely. Not going out just yet.
All right, I will see you all in the morning then. And thank you once again, truly.
Earth Dragon bless you.
And he turns and walks off. And that feels like a good place to take the break for the night, because it's also about halfway since we have a slightly late start.
This is
So-
true.
Sounds good.
Sorry about that.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
I mean,
I'm
did you push your neighbor?
No.
Exactly.
I'm gonna.
That's what they all
Honestly,
think.
I think he had a stroke. That's what I think happened.
Oh no.
I'm gonna go harass Pims for a minute.
Okay.
Don't harass my purple dragon. Right. You guys heard the
I'll
DM.
be right back.
We're all gonna go take a break. I'm also gonna run a commercial break.
Hal, you're a chair.
That's a lot of money.
That is a lot of money.
I kind of wonder what's in store for us that we're gonna need that much money.
Hmm.
Probably just boat things.
Good things. I mean, that's like 1 or 2 rare magic items. If we didn't save any of it, but that doesn't sound like something I would do.
Nah. I wanna hold on to some kind of a rainy day fund.
Yeah.
Things can always go sideways, work can dry up, that kind of thing.
Well, and outfitting our boat is expensive.
Yeah,
The supplies on our
remember-
boat cost us like 400 gold or something.
yeah. Yeah, so just having like a month's worth of provision money is probably a good idea. Because most things we do aren't gonna prepay us.
Hi, sorry. I was just wanting to go harass Pims. I'm actually gonna go get a drink real quick.
Okay.
And we'll be back at some point, I think.
That awkward moment when you have mechanical sunburn. It's fine.
Mechanical sunburn?
Yeah, I had my first radiation treatment this morning.
Oh,
Yeah. Or I guess it's not mechanical, but you know, I got microwaved slightly.
right.
The machine kind of looks like, you know, when you have bite wing X-rays
No.
at the dentist when they put the
Oh,
thing up
right.
to your
Yeah,
cheek.
yeah.
It looks like that. Aw. All right. Well,
Like the alien probe light.
mhm.
All right, I'm back. So
Back.
yeah,
Welcome back.
what y'all think of the boat? Like what
The
y'all
the
think?
one with the spiders on it?
Yeah,
It was terrible. I hate it.
but it was the good terrible, right?
No. I mean, like it was fun, but a boat full of spiders. There's no good terrible about that.
Yeah. Just wait until you guys come across the boat that's shipping hostile cows.
I mean, that'll just be fun to watch.
You guys see a ghost ship off in the distance, only to check it out, and it's just overrun by awakened cows.
Mhm. Mhm.
Face the wrath of the herd.
I'll get yelled at for that one too.
Which one?
Oh,
Oh, just in
that's
general.
just funny.
Yeah.
The tongue's kind of creepy.
You're missing the eyes too.
Oh, no, I see the eyes, but
Why does it have human teeth?
it doesn't have. Oh, yeah, I didn't notice that.
Does it?
It's
Yeah,
got
look at the
bottom
bottom
teeth.
jaw,
I guess so.
and they look like human teeth.
Cow people, cow people.
I take it Hobble's not back yet.
Tastes like
I
beef,
mean,
talk like people.
I don't think so.
Okay.
All right. So what do I need to do to make this philosopher's stone?
Well, this is actually the perfect time to go over this because we're just waiting on people. You would need to purchase alchemy supplies, as
Okay.
previously mentioned.
Yep.
It would also still take you a day of downtime to do an attempt, and each attempt will cost you 25 gold in materials.
And it makes me 24 gold. Got it.
Well, upon success, you will see how much it makes. But so
So is it
Ow.
like 25 gold worth of copper materials that you just turn into 25 gold worth of
No,
gold?
it's
Well,
25 gold worth of materials to make the stone, and then there's an entirely different process
Oh.
using the stone to convert it into gold.
So what does that look like? We got time.
You do have time. Again, it requires more alchemy supplies. It requires some extra bits that aren't in a standard set, which you probably will have to get special made. And then it honestly varies depending on what kind of material you're trying to turn the process. So
Apparently it works on bones. So I mean,
Let's go find that skeleton ship.
hell yeah.
We just rake in all the corpses, and all of a sudden we got bone gold.
Sounds like a euphemism for Nightwalker.
Darby
gold?
bone gold.
Yeah,
All right. Well, you all be good to go. So yeah, you guys have more or less a day in Saltmarsh to kill before your payment's gonna get here. So
Time to go see Captain Shiny Stuff. And Visbolt.
Is Captain Shiny Stuff Zendros?
That's the one.
all right. Who do you want to go see first?
Get the money, then go see.
Yeah, let's go grab money and figure out from there.
Yeah, we don't have our money yet. I don't know if it's worth making visits to them until we can possibly purchase the things we're talking to them about. Wizbolt didn't have anything that was still pending for us, right?
You got his
No.
note.
That's true.
So I mean, if you guys just want to fast forward to the next day, if we can. It's not. You guys are in port at this point, so.
Sounds fine.
Yeah.
Well, you guys spend the day, rest of the day, making sure the boat's all in order, cleaning up some stuff. Brian's having a moment. Still. A lot of info for this poor kid in a couple of days.
Wizard Brian got it.
How could this happen to me?
Yeah.
My dad did a Drake. Got nowhere.
But yeah, you guys have your night. Next morning, at about 10:30, you see Arbeck with a bag coming to your all's boat.
Heck yeah.
I
Is it a bag of money
Yes.
holding?
I
It
will
has a
read
very-
him.
It has a very large comical dollar sign on it, though, for some reason. No one knows why.
Especially since dollars aren't used for great.
They don't
Okay,
even use dollars in this world.
It's
Exactly.
arcane. This arcane symbol meant wealth.
Yeah. No one thinks to look for the money in a sign that's not their money. Anyway, but yeah, he meets you at the dock, and well, I promised I would deliver, so here you are. I thank you for bearing with me as I actually processed it. So
Pleasure doing business with you. As I said, consider our offer to have a stake. Certainly, having yourself on your feet again's probably worth it. If what you just gave us was 10% of what you got out of the locker, and would probably be mutually beneficial if you had any other excursions.
all right. I'm assuming you'll be in port here for the most part when it comes to contacting you.
Aye, unless we're on some other business, this is more or less our home port at the moment.
All right. If I am in need, I will come find you all. And thank you again, truly.
Have a good one.
And he goes on his way, and you have a giant bag full of money.
Giant bag of money.
So
Giant bag of money is nice. It's nice.
it is nice.
We're finally rich and we can retire.
I will deliver a giant bag of money if she's not already there to the quartermaster. Or assuming I can lift it. Yeah, it's mostly
Yeah.
platinum. So it
It's
should
about
be.
100 pounds and change.
God.
I want to
I mean,
try.
look,
I want to try.
I mean, you know. So
Alright,
either
well,
way, you guys can get it to the ship and get it on board, and it is your all's to divvy up however you see fit.
All right.
And as requested, there is 800 platinum and 2,000 gold. Oh no, there's a lot less material than wouldn't it be? Screw the weight, but whatever. You have your 800 platinum and your 2,000 gold.
Okay.
So
So each of our share is 200 platinum. What I propose is that we, I guess, take the 150 platinum for ourselves and put 50 platinum of our share into the party/boat fund.
Mm-hmm.
And then as far as the crew payment goes, we've got 6 crew members.
are you counting Colta and the crew in this case?
Has he been working on the ship?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I guess 7.
Yeah. So
Brian didn't want to get paid, but I think
I feel like,
I
given the past events, he's seriously reconsidering that statement.
yeah, like this is a bonus. Plus, he almost died, almost lost a limb. Sure, we'll give him a share.
And then we'll charge him for the healthcare expenses, and now he owes us 100 gold.
Healer reagents are not cheap.
Oh no, they're not.
It's gonna come out of your bonus.
Y'all are a
Wow, I lost the wrong. I had the wrong accent for that too.
We'll give all the people a fair share. Since it's a little bit uneven, probably want to give a little bit extra to Quinn.
Thanks,
I'm
Calf.
thinking. Well, shit. What's the math? If we do 2,000 divided by 7, that's 285, and other change.
Okay. You guys want to just let the crew sort it out for themselves, or do you want to actually hand it out each one? Because if you
we
just
could
want to,
we could do that.
if you just
we
want
could
to
do
say
that too, but-
if you give the crew a total of 2,000, I'll just mark it down later. So whatever.
Yeah,
works.
but
I mean,
yeah, sure, we can let them figure it out.
Yeah.
That's their bonus.
yeah. Once they actually get it, they kind of look over and be like, "So when's the next time we're heading out?"
You guys are eager.
Well, it's more a question of one of the porters like, "I want to go buy stuff."
Well, yeah, we're fucking rich now, like I said a few days ago. So check in the morning just in case something comes up. But otherwise, what, 2 days? They'll give us some time to do our own shopping.
Sounds good. Okay. All those in favor?
Unanimous across the board for the crew.
Crew goes
Not that
wild.
They have a yeah. So 2 days. Cool. And they all just go off the boat and just make their way across town.
Making my
and
way
just
across town,
spread out.
spending money.
And Quinn kind of more slowly hangs back and just. Oh, this is gonna be a fun couple of days. So when one of them gets into a fight, are we bailing them out or are we letting them fend for themselves?
Well, fuck them. They've got their money now.
Alright, that's what I figured. Just want to ask.
Also, I feel a little bit like by now most people know our crew and not going to pick fight.
And, Port Town, people always constantly come and go.
Alcohol.
Yeah, there's.
Oh, if there's
lots of
alcohol
variables.
involved, they'll be friends by the end of fight. Bloody faces, black eyes. Yay! My brother from another tankard. Shit like that.
Okay. Well, I guess let me know if anything comes up. I'll not be far from the ship. And she just kind of very casually makes her way off in comparison to the rest of the crew. One thing that's actually is noteworthy though, Brian didn't get off the ship when everyone said go. They were free to go. He just kind of collected his money and went back below deck.
Puberty is weird for this one.
I guess I'll go down and talk to him.
You just see him kind of counting out his coin and like putting a decent chunk of it in, hidden with his stuff. And you see him have like a smaller set of it set aside, and he turns around to leave. He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize you were there."
I was just making sure everything was okay. Everyone else is pretty excited. I know money's not new to you.
Oh, I understand the importance of not spending all of it before we leave port. So,
Very wise.
hey, you might actually be the good person to ask this. Magic. I know I have a very passing knowledge of some things. I know that some people have an item that they can focus their magic through.
Right, a focus.
Is that what they're called? Trivial name.
Yeah, I'll hold up my rapier and point to the ruby on the end of it. That's what suffices for me.
Know where I could find one. I'll be honest, I don't know what it does, but if I can control it just a little bit better, it lets me be a little bit less nervous about killing everybody on board.
It's gotta be a cow.
Oh,
So
yeah,
yeah.
I'll mention shops that may have what he's looking for.
Okay. Do you mention the wizard in town at all? Or
He was kind of he very much wanted to be left alone, didn't he?
he very much didn't want to be bothered by the needs of the city council.
Ah, okay.
You're very familiar with that.
Yeah. Well,
So.
I don't know if you knew about him, but there is the wizard that keeps to himself. Might know a little bit more than I would. I just kind of dabble in it, I pick up a few tricks, but he's dedicated his life to study and stuff, so he might know a little bit more since we got a couple days.
Well, thank you. I'll check it out. And I don't know if I actually have formally said this, but thank you for the initial risk of taking me on. I know I've been a handful.
It's been fucking entertaining, though. Just don't get yourself killed anymore, alright? Learn to control the fart puffs and the invisibility. Maybe. But you're getting better. I mean, it still takes you a couple times, but it's better than taking the 3 or 4 it used to.
Well, either way, thank you. I have a little bit of shopping to go do, I suppose. And you see him take a reasonably smaller portion of his money and actually make his way off. So yeah, what's on your guys' shopping list? Because I know you guys have one at this point.
So, go ahead.
I want to know what Zendros has.
Well, she's in port. Her inventory this week consists of a healing potion, a greater healing potion, a pair of sending stones, a staff of the adder, elven chainmail, and a robe of stars. So,
What is
and
that?
their prices vary as they go. So if you have questions, let me know.
Ooh, that's a wondrous item.
I'll let you guys have a minute to look things up. If you have questions, I did look these up before, so I should be able to answer them.
How much is the
Well-
Robot Stars?
Yeah.
That's the good one.
Oh, of course this is the good one, but well, it is currently at the market for 20,000.
Okay,
It is a very good item and
it is very good.
a very expensive item because y'all are OP enough as is. If y'all want to figure out a way to get an extra 10k, you can have it. But I mean,
Well, you're kind of in control of our ability to do that, so
you know, you guys can have ideas and I can roll with them. It's just
that is an absolutely broken item for our level,
Yes.
anyway.
Mhm.
yes, it is.
5th level magic missiles when none of us have 5th level spells yet.
Yep,
Yeah, that might
it's a very good item.
that'll do it.
Even if it was only the +1 to saving throws, it's still really good.
Hey, you know what we could do though? We could explore the other town that's connected to Wizbolts and see what kind of magical items they have, since we have a bunch of money.
Alright.
The-
Is there anything on that she is selling that you all would be interested in though, or
I'll buy what's the price on the potion of greater healing?
150.
Yep, done.
So
and the potion of regular healing.
50 gold as per every other time you bought one from her.
Fine. It's been a while.
It has been a while. You all haven't actually had a chance to just sit down, import, and chill for a couple of days.
Nope. So I will take the regular healing potion for
All right.
myself, since I seem to need such things.
I will also say, just for the sake of clarity, the sending stones are 200. The staff of the adder is 200, and the elven chain is for 3,000. Oh, and fun fact about elven chain: you don't need proficiency with it to wear it.
Yeah, but wearing armor fucks up a barbarian. You don't, not because I don't have proficiency, but just because
Because of
wearing
your
armor.
unarmored. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I know. I was just saying in general for those of you that aren't proficient in medium armor that may be interested in it.
It's a little too rich for me.
True. It is very expensive. We'd have to pull together money to get that for someone.
Tis true, tis true.
So
Since doors seem to work just as well for Ryba as armor.
you know,
I will just wear a door for good.
Because it doesn't, I mean, it counts as armor, so it doesn't stack with other armor pieces. So it's actually
No.
worse than...
It's chainmail +1 that you
Oh,
don't
okay.
have to be
Yeah.
proficient.
Yeah, I think that's more what it's meant for, is like the wizard that wants to not be a squishy pile of goop.
Yeah,
be fine.
so, on a somewhat unrelated note, if we can find some of this for Finn, that would be fantastic. Be absolutely fantastic.
We'll add it to the shopping list for once we find the horde. But yeah. And again, keep in mind, if you guys have item requests, she can find them given time. So, if you want like an item in particular,
I
So
have the kind of stuff that
elven armor is 16 armor.
it is a chainmail with a +1 attribute to it that you do not need proficiency to wear.
Okay.
you're already wearing plate, right?
Half plate. I don't know why. Why am I wearing half plate again? Was it the stealth
Found a
bonus?
full suit. No, it was a strength modifier issue. You weren't actually strong enough at the time to wear full plate.
Right. That's what it was.
Oh, I will buy like leather armor while I'm in town, though.
Okay. Easy enough to do. Standard armor, nothing too fancy. There's a
Okay.
couple places for it.
Actually, I have some I can give you.
Oh, okay, that works.
Because I had bought studded leather, but I never did anything with the other leather armor. So,
As long as it's light armor, I'm good.
yep, it's just regular leather armor. It's all yours.
Sure.
All right.
I guess you...
Easy enough. Of course, while you guys are talking, casual discussions between you and Zendros about how the sea's been lately, how's business, recent exploits, festival comes up.
Oh, for the sake of funsies, by the way, just casually on Elena's person, as a thing to note, there is a +1 longsword, a longsword, a +1 shield, a regular round shield, a battle axe, 4 hand axes, 2 chanclas, a short sword, and 3 scimitars.
This is why
Lord.
you don't know where the rapier came from.
Right.
Because,
You
like
need to
I
add
said,
crochet hooks to your weaponry.
you can outfit a small platoon single-handedly.
Just in possession of many a weapon. And she was just eyeing up the Sahuagin gear to possibly add to the collection as they lay dead on the deck.
I just prefer to think that Grandma also has like doilies and covers for all of them.
Canon. They have like crocheted handle covers. All of them.
Yeah.
You don't have a Warhammer cozy?
Exactly.
This is where you guys just get like special crocheted sheaths for all of your weaponry just randomly throughout the adventure.
Does
Yep.
anyone sell?
Plate would take some time to make, as that is usually custom fit to the wearer. There is a blacksmith in town.
It's true. I like
So
Go talk to Granny Smith. We know Granny Smith.
Can I just
Right.
buy more half plate and put the rest to my other half and make a full?
Given your current set is more of a hodgepodge, this was built to fit a human, you made it work, it would have to be an entirely new set to be full plate.
Oh yeah, that I know. It's just
So
it's a joke.
Well,
Joke.
I never know, so I like to give answers.
I never know. Okay.
But yeah, so.
I already have stealth, not like I'm stealthing a whole lot.
None of you are stealthing a whole lot,
It's true, because
which is hilarious. Yeah.
we're boarding a vessel or being boarded is generally how our combats have worked thus
Yeah.
far.
Yet, out
We're-
of the 2 parties currently going on, this group would be way better at stealth and does it way less than the other group.
And and to be fair, I've stealthed quite a bit in the middle of combat.
I hide behind the
True.
box.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's just always great. It's like, we're going to be stealthy as the two people in heavy armor with negative dex modifiers just kind of look at each
Clunk,
other.
clunk,
Like,
clunk, clunk.
it's just like, no. You're going to be stealthy.
I
We'll
can
be
make
back.
you invisible, but I can't do nothing about that clanging.
But yeah, so.
So Granny Smith next?
Oh, how much is our did we add to our party funds? It was
It was
each
50
person gets
platinum
50
from each of
platinum.
us.
So, okay.
2,000 gold.
2,100 gold pieces is our party funds. Also, I want to sell the stuff that we found on the Sahuagins.
Okay.
Today.
At some point. Interesting. All right, that's going to be a unique time because their armor and weaponry looks almost more like art pieces to these people than armor and weapons. Because they're like made out of various shells and corals and all that. So
Sure,
hold on,
it's art. That
I need
sounds
to
more
roll.
expensive than weapons.
I need to roll for hipster artist.
Oh god.
Wow.
I have a question that I'm sure is a no, but I'm gonna ask it anyways because questions never hurt.
Go ahead. What is your question?
Is there any way Granny Smith, I forget her name, Granny Smith could make
Her name
dwarven
was
plate?
Granny Smith. So
Is there any
Her
way
name-
that Granny Smith can make dwarven plate?
what is dwarven plate?
Probably not, because it's
Give me a moment. Are you talking the magic item dwarven plate?
yes.
That's a hard no.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a
it's
very,
very
very-
rare.
Yeah, that's a hard no.
Rehearse and ask.
Yeah. I mean, if you like the appearance of it, you can have it be you can have her make it look like that, but you can't have the enchantment is a bit beyond her capabilities.
I have a big dwarf face on like
No, you want it adorned with the Earth Dragon, obviously.
I mean obviously. But yes, just put a big ugly dwarf face, random dwarf face on the front, just like flash people and scare them.
But yeah, so no on the dwarven plate, yes on normal plate. So selling the Sahuagins equipment, using the different masses of the things you have, you managed to sell about half of it just to like passing ships as you go, like the ships that are coming going, and get about. Let me roll for it. 15 gold for the stuff you managed to sell, which, it's not a huge chunk, but to some of these people, that's a lot. So.
What about the coral shark with the red pearl eyes and the coronet?
Those are more personalized and different items. You managed to find a buyer for the cornet.
Okay.
And it appears it's a researcher into sea elf history and stuff, and he goes on a little spiel about what it is and its significance in their history, and he does offer you 30 gold for it.
Okay.
So.
I pretend to be very interested and I accept his money.
Yep.
What's a cornet? I'm just gonna ask because I don't think what I'm. So
Little
it's a
trumpet.
shark-shaped doot.
No. The
No.
shark statue and the cornet are two different things.
Oh, thank God. I thought they were the same thing, and all I could think of was it was a shark-shaped doot-doot-doot.
Doot doot shark doot 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 doot.
And I hate it.
It looks kind of like a French horn. The cornet does.
Yeah.
Okay.
It plays
Have you
Careless
not
Whisper,
heard
and that
the
is all.
song? 110. You said 76 trombones led the big
Yes.
parade with 110 cornets following close behind.
Yes, I know what a cornet looks like. I was just like that. I was getting them merged. They were making a baby that went doot doot doot. Baby shark doot doot doot.
Oh God.
All right, cool. I hate everything.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I'm with you.
You should have let us retire.
I'm not stopping y'all from retiring.
Campaign over.
We're rich
We're
now.
But yeah, so that's how that part goes. Hobble, if you wanna actually just have armor made, just mark the payment off. It will take.
Oh, try that again. 1,500 GP.
Yep, that is how much full plate armor costs.
Also,
And it will take about 6 days to be made because it is custom made. So
probably be on another thing. So by the time it's done, get back. I would like to sell the Morning Star because it looks cooler, but also it gets +3 to attack and
yeah,
the battle axe or it's one of the.
Easy enough. You managed to find someone, get 10 gold out of it. Use Morningstar. I think.
Since Granny Smith is my friend, can I talk her into giving my grandson a discount on his plate armor?
Roll a persuasion check.
Okay.
The DM says begrudgingly.
Yeah, she'll knock it down to 1,300.
Hey.
All right.
So,
I kiss her on both cheeks.
and grandmas do as grandmas do.
Grandmas do grandma things. No one is surprised.
Yeah.
We exchange hard candies, as is custom.
Can I get a helm with plate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
Full
suit
plate
of
armor is a full suit. So
That look like a dragon?
aesthetics are up to you.
Sweet.
Whatever aesthetics you would like, it may have.
Everything is dragons.
Everything is dragons. But yeah, so let's see other things you guys express interest in. I do believe Whizbolt is still on your all to list, as well as
Ooh.
not. I think he is the last item. Or
Well,
last
no,
order of
we were
business.
also potentially going to see what other kinds of magical and sundry shops are across the world through Lisbolts.
Okay, that's a conversation to go have with Jebediah.
Jebediah.
Because
Don't
he's
go
the one
have
that actually
conversation.
runs the door. He does. Whizbolt just made it.
Oh, okay. Well
Yeah.
then, yeah. While
Jeb-
we're there, we can
Yeah.
see about doing that.
Jebediah owns the shop. Whizbolt just tinkers in the back and also designs pretty much everything.
Gotcha.
So, yeah. So you guys have ignored the used car salesman and gone right to the mechanic, essentially.
That's smart. We're smart.
This baby can. Hey, where you going?
But yeah. So, do y'all want to just head there now, or I'm trying not to rush, but I'm also trying to keep things moving. So.
Yes, Fizzbolt.
Yep.
To the
All right,
visible.
you guys make your way in, and shop's actually not super busy at the moment. You actually look out on the larger windows, and It's a little bit of a storm on the horizon near their shop, and you do see Jebediah at the desk kind of spring up and say, "Oh, y'all are back. It's been a hot minute. How y'all been? Business been well for you?"
Yeah, it's been real
What?
good. That's why
Yeah.
we're here.
Yep.
Ah, well, that's always music to my ears. You're finally here to get that cannon hooked up.
Yeah,
Probably.
I need that now.
What
Oh,
would
shit.
that run us anyway?
I believe I figured it out before, about 1,000 gold, give or take. So
Seems like a worthwhile investment of party funds.
It's true.
I mean,
And ammunition was going to be expensive too. Though.
ammunition is 50 gold a shot.
Kind of
Although
expensive.
from the shipwreck you guys salvaged this off of, there were 20 cannonballs with it that you were able to salvage. So,
Oh,
I'm not gonna make you
Or-
guys pay for the first bit, but I mean the first reload's gonna be expensive.
I
all right,
also
drug
have
dealer, got
hand
it.
mortar ammunition, which is for the ballista. I'm guessing.
Where'd you see hand mortar?
I added something. Okay, there was something that we were supposed to have that weighed a lot, and I put it on my list. And the closest thing to it, it's some sort of ammunition.
It might be the actual ballista bolts.
Okay,
It
they
could
might.
also just be the cannonballs. So
There are 40 of them, so that's too many.
no, that's the ballista bolts then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just been
I
carrying
will-
cannonballs.
I will say though, with your 20 cannonballs you do have, they were underwater for an unknown amount of time, as well as the powder underwater for an unknown amount of time. So, actual quality of it and usability of it, hard to say at the moment. But you
Bitch
do
is
have
soggy.
20 cannonballs. So,
Your center balls got wet. Got it.
so
He is
yeah.
saying that our balls got wet. That is exactly what he is saying.
But yeah, and
God.
you just kind of see Jebediah looking. You see this very small halfling just kind of looking up, eagerly awaiting someone that's about to spend money.
So bags a
So,
lot.
so what kind of are you actually wanting to get that mounted, or?
Well, I mean, yeah, might as well. It's been rolling around in the bilge for ever since we had it.
Excellent. And you see him kind of quickly go over to his desk and bring up a little, kind of like go through and like bring up an actual like something that's about the size of a pill that you see him kind of wave his hand over, and it expands to a miniature version of your ship. And he kind of comes over and grabs another little figurine of a cannon and is like, all right, so where are you thinking to have it mounted? Just so I know how to set this up for Whizbolt. Here, I'll go ahead and throw you guys over to your ship screen so you can talk about this.
On our ship, are there any like below deck portals where a cannon would be mounted currently?
There are not on your current one.
Okay.
Cannons are not super common yet, and they're definitely not typically put on ships of this size. So, this ship was not designed with one in mind.
Is the recoil going to make the ship sink?
Just
Sink.
flips it over.
Sink, no.
Do a barrel roll.
No, but
Alright.
if you wanted to find a place, they could set it up below deck, but there is not like a place already with it in mind below for where it would be below deck. If that makes sense.
We put it below deck. We shoot it once. Now we have a porthole for the cannon.
That's a terrible plan.
He's not
That is
wrong.
He's
And
not right.
Yeah. I will also say, as a reminder, the ship you got it off of, the cannon was actually set up to shoot out of the mouth of the figurehead.
Holy shit, angry
Oh.
granny indeed.
Yeah, can we do that then?
You would end up losing some of your area around here, but it would be
What
possible.
what was the here? Was it around
Like
the wheel?
this area.
I can't
below
see
that.
whatever you're.
Oh, am I on the
thinking.
GM layer? I'm on
Yes,
the
you
GM
are.
layer. Like here.
Bing.
Wait. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, so those that cabin space would be
Essentially,
taken
you
up.
would have to do some rearranging, but you could set it up so it's shooting out of the front of the ship. It wouldn't have as wide of a range of angle as like if it were on the side, but it would. You wouldn't have to worry about the ship rolling one way or the other when it fired.
And also, surprise, because nothing like hearing Grandmama on deck, rah! And then suddenly, big Grandmama on front, brrr! Just saying.
We can have
It's
the
very
kobold,
fitting.
we can have the kobold sleep in the cannon.
You're a terrible
Very rude.
person.
Also,
You're a
if
terrible
anybody is
person.
asleep, if we do put it there and anybody's asleep in the crew quarters below, they will not be asleep anymore.
No, this is like middle of the day, and they're all out carousing right now. So it should be fine.
Can't get
Oh,
attacked.
in the little miniature version of our ship, do we see any miniature people on it?
Not that kind of miniature. It's just a
Aw.
model.
Oh,
Mini Eldritch Blast, Mini Brian.
Just a little spark. Pew!
No, it kind of looks like it's just like a model he had when that got made when you guys brought it in initially. So it was kind of this is their version of your car being on file at a mechanic.
okay. So he's not like reaching through time and space, and like
No.
that's actually our ship that he's about to.
No, he's
Okay.
just trying to figure out where you want it, so he knows what it's supposed to do.
Rabbit goes out to the ship and starts waving.
But no, it's just a model to figure out where you want
I
things.
gotcha.
Yeah. None of us were currently in those quarters.
They are actually currently storage, so.
No.
One's food storage, one's material storage.
We're
They
good
are
then.
next to the guest quarters, though, if you
Yeah,
want to keep that guest quarters.
Well, if I'm sure they'll be okay with cannons firing if there's a need for a cannon to be firing and they're on the ship.
Guest quarters, aka prison. Got it.
Right.
Yep.
It has been prison so far. There's been blood spilled there. People have died. But we have ballista on each side of the ship, so yeah, I'm thinking front mount is probably the best plan.
No one ever expects the front mount.
Can they make it roar when we
I'm not okay. I'm not okay. I'm not okay. I'm not
Brian's
okay.
mom sure didn't.
Ha
Wow. So,
Yeah, in front of the ship.
okay.
Can we magically enchant this cannon so it goes roar anytime we shoot it?
That costs extra.
How much extra?
Well, it depends on the complexity of the enchantment, given we'd have to develop that one from scratch.
Gotcha. I'll just do it in my head.
Won't be hard.
Yeah. But, yeah, alright. How soon do you think you could get the ship back into the, work bay? Because, I mean...
Well, we gave the crew a couple of days off. How long would it take to fit the cannon?
Well, given we'd have to restructure the front half of the ship, readjust that load-bearing wall, probably play it safe and go ahead and disconnect the anchor during the process. Given the speediness of the machine. Couple of days.
Is that exactly 2 days, or 2, maybe 3?
Honestly, probably if you can get it in. How confident are you in moving it 15 or across a dock by yourselves?
I can do it.
Yeah, we can make that happen. It's not a large
you
ship.
get it here within an hour, and you're probably looking at more like 1, maybe 2.
Yep.
So
Now, if we halfway put the can into a bag of holding, does that have its weight?
I don't
This
know.
is a silly question, but I also want to know the answer.
Uh-huh.
I would assume so.
I will look into that. I'm gonna say probably, but not 100%.
Okay.
So, but yeah. So, and after you guys figure it out, he does ask for the payment before you guys actually get things hooked up. So,
It's 1,000 gold, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
and with that,
Please
That's
don't
the
fire
wrong
it
way.
now. We're all dead.
Oh no!
Our party fund is now 1,145 gold, and we no longer have party treasure. Oh no, we do, because I didn't sell the shark. I only sold the cornet. Our party treasure is a coral shark.
a coral shark that functions as an arcane focus.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. We just sent Brian on some like wild goose chase for an arcane focus, but we had one. We just, we wanted
We
the
didn't
money.
know at the time. We're
You didn't
fine.
want a weird
Gotta
shark
find something
thing.
that speaks to him.
It's true. I think
Yeah,
it was a better idea to send him to the wizard anyway, because we
He's
do
gone now.
fuck all to tell him.
Yeah. So you guys, the 4 of you all, 3 of you that have major ship experience, and Rybo, are you trying to learn ships at all, or are you just along for the ride?
They float.
You're just along for. Yeah. Yeah. You guys managed to get it there, no problem.
I'm
and-
picking up the jargon, but I have no idea what any of it means.
Fair enough.
Avast that starboard. Hoist that port.
Hoist the mizzen mast.
I can't remember. Does Granny Smith have a grandson apprentice or something, like granddaughter apprentice or something like that?
She does have a younger son apprentice. Yes.
Is it possible to get since I'm gonna be wearing a helm now, to get that long purple feather from my deity and the silver teardrop earring that I wear, like, combined into one thing? Like a silver teardrop purple feather earring or some shit like that.
Yeah. Sure. Whatever you want to do for the flavor things and visuals like that. I mean, yeah, that's easy enough to do. So, yeah. After you guys get the ship in and get everything sorted, let me go ahead and delete the just cannon barrel from your bilge. So quick note on your actual ship weaponry. I have not had I need to go in still and actually add your ship's weapons to the stats. So I haven't done that yet because, well, it hasn't come up yet. So, but now that you have everything hooked up, let me quickly read to you what your stuff does. Where is siege weaponry in this freaking book? This book is giant. Siege equipment. I appreciate that it has an index. Alright, so your ballista has an AC of 15. It has 50 hit points. It is immune to poison and psychic damage.
Good.
Yeah. It has a +6 to hit. It has a range of 120 to 480. Single target. And it does 3d6 piercing on a hit. Your cannon has an AC of 19, hit points of 75, damage immunities to poison and psychic.
Good.
Given your all's current
Someone
se-
to phantasmal force against
Yeah.
our cannon, and
given your current setup, it also would technically speaking have 3/4 cover. So, it is a ranged attack, +6 to hit, range of 600, 2400, and does 8d10 bludgeoning on a successful hit.
If I roll up a new character, can I be a cannon?
Yeah, your movement speed is 0 and you have no mental stats whatsoever.
Great. Just like me.
You're already a cannon, or glass cannon.
But yeah. I will also say, technically speak, when ship combat will come up eventually, the crew will act on the ship's initiative, and it will take 3 of the crew's actions on that initiative to operate any one of the weaponry you have on the ship.
Okay.
So 1 to load, 1 to aim, 1 to fire. And for what it's worth, the ballista, fairly straightforward. The cannon, not fairly straightforward. So, yeah.
The drums that we have, they just allow the ship to do more things during a turn.
Yeah.
Because normally it can either move or take an action.
Normally, right now your ship has 1 action for a turn. That's it. You can use that action to move, turn, or fire. The drum gives you an extra action, so you can then move and turn, or move then fire, or turn then fire.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, if you want to double move with it, I don't see why you couldn't. So, and actually turning the ship in combat, you can use the action to turn up to 90 degrees. Because I'm actually going to try naval combat on a hex instead of a grid. Just because I feel like that might work better. I don't know. We'll find out.
Okay, 90 degrees on a hex? No.
It's not going to work
Yeah.
very well.
Well, hold on. Where's my ocean? There's my ocean.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
So-
not
90...
that's not how hex movement works, though.
30. 90. Or I guess it'd be 45 and 90 then, wouldn't it?
You can't move straight across on a hex. That's not how hexes work.
That's not how any of this works.
I'm really not sure what you're meaning, honestly.
Okay, so,
Yeah. Here, like... So you...
Okay, so here's a hex, and I'm facing this way on a hex.
Yeah.
Turn that arrow 90 degrees.
It's 3 pieces.
Yeah, it points toward a straight line.
Yeah, you can
You
only
can't
move
do that
across.
on a hex.
This is why I said I'd try it. I don't know how
Mhm.
hexes work.
Yeah, you can move to any of the adjacent hexes.
Well, that's the thing, though. The ship also takes up more than 1 hex.
Well, it should probably be 1 hex.
Yeah.
Okay, but the ship is not a perfect square, which is the problem. So
I mean, it'll look
It-
stupid.
It's
But-
a representation of it as well.
Yeah,
Not
I don't know. We'll figure it out when it comes up. I'll mess with it and see what works later. I don't know. I just thought it might be a fun idea to try. So
No, you're good.
Like,
And if you never played on hex before,
right,
yeah,
you
it
could
just
say that it could turn whatever the degrees for 2,
mm-hmm.
like for a third of a hex, so I guess 120?
No,
see that was
it-
my whole
it-
thing is on a
No,
grid.
that's wrong.
On a
it's
grid,
like 30 degrees per...
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like that was my whole thought process was on a grid, the boat can just stop, turn 90 on a heartbeat, and then go again. And I didn't like the thought of that. But anyway, we'll
Mhm.
worry about that when it comes up. So.
Okay.
So yeah, you guys
um,
get your ship taken care of, and you get your cannon in the process of starting to be mounted. So.
the way that go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was just going to talk about the hex grid stuff.
Go for it.
The way that what is it? The space version of what is it? Pathfinder works. Spacefinder, I think is what it is.
Starfinder or something?
Starfinder is your turn radius is based on how many tiles it takes you to turn. So you can't just turn in place. You have to go forward a tile or 2 tiles or 3 tiles to turn. If that makes sense.
I might look into that just because.
Yeah. It's
Either
a better
way,
way to do it.
It hasn't come up yet, so I'm not super concerned with it. But
Okay.
you know, so
Yeah, the more agile your ship is, the less tiles it takes to turn.
yeah, so
That would make sense for something nautical too, because it's kind of the same principle. You have to have some kind of propulsion. You can't just, generally speaking, you can't just turn in place. You have to have some kind of movement to steer.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I might look into that because that actually sounds like what I was trying to fix. So
Yep.
Anyway,
So because business has been so good for us, and I'm speaking after we've dropped off the boat. Saltmarsh didn't exactly. Well, there wasn't anything in the shops in town that really caught our fancy. And it seems like this door leads to some other places too.
okay, I see where you're
It
going.
could be
Uh,
do some shopping, other
Mm,
locations.
I mean, typically we don't let people. We typically prefer it if people just go back to where the door they entered. It's if we want to. It's we've had instances when we first opened and started this that people just used us to get around ship fairs, and so it's kind of become a company policy to not just let people go from one destination to another through it. So
Yeah, but I mean, you're working on our ship right now. Like that's we're not getting around ship fare. We have a ship that we could fare on anytime we want when it's not being fitted
Yes.
with a cannon.
I get that, but you know, you've worked in shipping. You know how it is. You make one exception, word gets around. Someone else wants the exception, and before you know it, everyone thinks they're that one person, and it's only going to be one more time.
Maybe don't have an exceptional fucking door.
Well, I'm.
I don't see what the problem is, honestly. I mean, we're just gonna go into town, we're gonna do some shopping, we're gonna come back and go back to our old town.
All right, make you a deal. If you can go open that door, and you can have it. You can go wherever it takes you. Then how about that? Okay.
Grandma, come eat this door open.
I think the car salesman just told you to go fuck yourself.
No. I mean, it's just
No, I'm pretty sure there's not an easy way back.
no. It'll be
I think
fine. You have my word. I'm not gonna. It won't send you anywhere you don't want to be. Besides, you can open it and not go through.
Let's just push the salesperson through.
Let's. Oh, I'm gonna open the door. Actually, I'm going to open the door with my invisible mage hand. Is what I'm going to do.
You walk over to the door and open it. It's just a wall.
I didn't want to go to a wall, so you're a fucking liar.
That's the thing. I'm the only one that actually controls where the door sends people. So.
And I asked if we could go someplace else, and I guess the answer's no, so let me back into Saltmarsh, please.
Okay. Wizbolt did want to speak to y'all before you left, but that's fine if you all want.
Oh.
Sure.
Oh, that's right. Go talk to him first,
Yeah.
I guess.
You guys make your way back into his little workshop, and it's more of a mess than usual. You actually notice a couple of other constructs in here that aren't ones you brought him. And he's just busily working, and he's like kind of looks up and kind of see him move his goggles, and his face is just soot stained, and you can see like the outline of his goggles. And it's just like, oh, hey, you guys are back. So I wanted to talk to you all about the dragon you dropped off, or clockwork dragon you dropped off.
Yeah.
So in theory, it's fixable. I am essentially rebuilding 95% of it if you want it fixed. and I would need to refigure out the the navigation method for it, which was beyond me. Which is what I sent you actually. You did get that, right?
Cube. Oh, what? What's the question? I got distracted by Ding Dong Ditch.
I was looking at towards Merrick, just kind of a you got the package I sent you, right?
Oh, right, yes. Yes, I did.
Yeah. That was what was telling this thing where to go. So
Oh.
I don't. It seemed like it may have been useful given what you all had mentioned, so I sent it on ahead to y'all just in case it was. I don't know if it will be or not, but
It was
so
basically the thing that was pointing us towards the island where we had found the dragon.
no. This thing came out of the dragon.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying like where we found the dragon, where it was the thing breathing fire on the crystal monster.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The the thing that he sent us was just directing us back towards that island.
No, it was not. It was actually pointing the same direction you guys were going last time you looked at it, which was to the Emperor of the Waves.
Okay. Which also had a mechanical kraken nearby.
Seems mechanical. Each other.
Robot Island.
Boy.
The island of Dr. Robatu. Right, yeah, now that you mention it, I hadn't really put it together because I was still wrapping my brain about, almost dying to a priest of law.
That sounds abysmal.
That
I
was
appreciate
a
the
bad
pun. Yeah, no, it seems like maybe that stone, was pointing the way toward another clockwork being. Because if fighting, spiders and a priest of Loth wasn't bad enough, the ship we were fighting on got destroyed by a giant mechanical kraken.
Just trying to see his eyes perk up, like, oh, well, y'all certainly had an adventure.
Aye?
Um, well, from what I could tell when I took that piece out of this, which was still working, luckily, it seems to change direction. I don't know if it's pointing. It seems like it's changing with whatever made this's motivation that he kind of motions towards the dragon. Like whoever made this, I think can still talk to these things after he makes them, and that just tells you where they're gonna be or where they were. I don't know. I don't get out of this. I don't get out of my workshop enough as I should. So, but no, it seemed like you had mentioned something about trying to figure out more about those things. So, I figured sending that ahead would be a good start for y'all.
Right. It took until, talking to you again to put two and two together, but, I think it'll be pretty helpful for us.
Yeah.
At least might warn us when we're heading towards danger. It keeps pointing out Kraken.
Yeah, that sounds like a thing that I feel like should make bigger news. I'm surprised I haven't heard of that yet. Must be fairly recent.
Well, it was also a long abandoned ship. nothing but the priest and the spiders on it. It's a ship that had been lost for something like 15 years.
Okay. Well, for your all's sake, I hope you don't come across it again then.
I would agree.
But yeah, so what do you all want done with this dragon, or what's left of it, I should say?
Gorgo. Turn it into a mechanical
Dragon
Gorgo.
armor.
I mean, that sounds hard.
Okay, Gorgo. So most of the pieces are right now, except for the inner heart compass.
A lot of to someone that doesn't know how these works, everything is like together and connected, but like looking slightly beyond that, things are twisted and bent and just mangled in ways that are chaos. So like it's together, but it's by no means in one piece.
It's like when someone hands you their game console and all the cords are connected, but they're also a snake nest.
Okay, imagine that, but instead of a game console, it's a watch, and someone just like took a blender to the inside of it.
I saw that now. It's in Wonder. I guess we didn't have much use for it. We really do much with it unless we pay him to fix 95%. Guys have
I mean,
any?
if you wanted it fully repaired, I mean, I'm sure there's other options. It's just I'm trying to not make assumptions for things that aren't technically mine. So,
Well, what are some of the things that you could do with it? I mean, this is not exactly our specialty, so what are the options?
From what I can tell, I think the fire mechanism still is in one piece. I honestly haven't tried it. Just
That's
because,
probably for the best in your
given the state of everything else, I didn't want to risk it right away. So
Give the cleric a flamethrower. What? Yes, totally trust me with the
Purge
flamethrower.
the infidels.
if nothing else, the wings look cool. So I mean, that's something.
But like, we wouldn't be able to fly with them.
You might be able to glide.
I'm gonna be a fucking
Yeah.
gargoyle. Get some wings. Get that new armor. Just to be a gargoyle.
You might not even be able to glide with the new armor.
Yeah, no. I'll just be like, freedom! And just
like
fall.
a stone. Yep.
But I mean, I admittedly last time around just kind of went with where things took me as I was going. So yeah, this one I haven't had a lot of ideas with this one yet. So I'm open to suggestions that can look into things, but ultimately it's your all's decision.
Seeing as we're typically on a ship, and fire does not usually agree with what ships are made of, fire jet might not be the most useful thing unless you can make it very, very controlled.
I can look into it. I can't promise anything right now, but I can certainly look into it.
The only thing I can think of would be stupid expensive and not really worth it. Unless Monsieur Moneybags. I forgot what his. The one, Mr. Moneybox, the one that we got the box for. Bankrolls us like normal.
Arbrick.
Instead of Arbrick, the bankman gives us more money. So I cannot think of anything bargain for.
Give Samuel a flame turret.
I will look into the
I'm going to burn and eat the peasants!
Oh god.
I'll,
He remembers.
I'll look into the flame aspect. See what if it's in any salvageable means. Yeah. Next time y'all are in the area, or next time y'all are near a shop, stop by. I'll see if I have anything for you.
All right.
But,
Cannot use him for anything. I wonder if Granny Smith can use his body part, the metal body parts of the mechanical dragon, not little gnome man of mechanical dragon.
Bad dragon. Bad dragon.
I mean, the only thing a lot of this is good for anymore is scrap anyway, so the metal might be worth something, but it's hard to say. It didn't seem to have that same enchantment the other stuff did, so. Or at least not as strong of a one.
Just mean that, like, we bring her materials, she has materials. We knock another extra 100 off. I just make suggestions. They do not work. Then they do.
Sure, we can, if there's nothing else we're gonna do with it, we could bring it to the blacksmith and maybe if you wanted wings adorning your armor.
Earner. Earn and
Arner.
earn.
Earner.
But, yeah, I mean, whatever y'all want to do with it. So.
We'll be back. We'll be back in a couple of days. So we have Jebediah fitting a cannon on the ship. So we can kind of think about what we want done with it, and maybe also in a day or two you'll have some other ideas. We can talk about it again then, and see what we want to do.
Okay. I guess I'll catch y'all in a couple of days then. And,
Cat pets.
well,
Cat pets.
I guess in this case, now would probably be a good place to end for the night. I do want to ask before we end, what do you all think you're going to do after you get your ship back? So I know what to prep for next week, so that way I'm not blindsided.
I kind of want to know that damn Kraken.
Yeah, I'm curious about why mechanical things keep chasing us. Bronze scouts, mechanical krakens, dragons made of metal and fire. Something's after us.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess we could just follow the orb to wherever it takes us when we get our cannon fitted and stock
And
up on a bunch of
Stock up on a
supplies.
bunch of supplies, because who knows how long it'll
Yeah.
take. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Goodbye, party funds. It was nice while we had you.
Oh, it's like when you
Pretty
normally get
much.
paid. It lasts for like 5 seconds, and you're out, and then it's like, weep!
Payday, and it's gone.
So like all of our crew is now poor also after having 2 days shore leave. They just blow through. What would it be for them? Like 200 some gold each.
Yeah, a decent chunk of change.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
So, something that would normally make them at least wealthy merchant class in most towns.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's just Brian being responsible with money.
He's the only
What?
one with money.
The rich kid knows what to do with money? This is really weird, actually. Very
Yeah.
strange. My immersion!
It's that wild magic.
Guys,
It's
Brian's a demon.
It's not. No, I get it because it's not new for him. Like he seems to have come from a well-to-do type of family, so it's not like he doesn't know what money is worth. Or
No.
maybe his history is, he saw his family squander it and he doesn't want to be. I don't know.
You
Think
don't
of rich
know.
people, rich famous people's kids, though. Does it look like any of them know like the value of
Yeah,
money?
but if you think about it,
True.
if his family is actually stooping dragons, he's hoarding it because he's a dragon.
That There is
Brian's a
that.
dragon, confirmed.
Brian is part dragon confirmed.
Yep.
It's gonna
Love
start
y'all.
walking around and calling him Dwagon.
Wagon.
Anyway, we should probably call it there so we don't run to 11 like we do every other week.
Okay.
So,
Alright.
Sounds good.
I gotta stuff done. First up on here is Steakums. Is our DM. He is paying very attention all of a sudden. He makes sure we
stop tracking.
get into things.
Yeah.
And then we got Perfectus. He's our captain. He perpetuates shenanigans and things like that. And then we have Cube. He is a shape. In the shape of a warlock. Tries to kill our Dwyan a lot. I don't think
Not
anybody's
killed, just maim and injure.
Oh god. And then we have
Psychological.
Grandmama, who is
That's you.
Jills. Who oddly enough has not been attacked by the cat at all tonight. Just
Yep.
make sure she doesn't pee on that backpack.
It hurts.
Yeah, we're Blundered Brigands, and we come around every Tuesday unless something happens, like the world is on fire or some shit like that.
Which
Eh,
it is.
Sometimes
yes,
we're late because our neighbors fall down.
yeah, because the world is on fire. We have to see you guys next time. I love all your faces. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.